welcome to DaryaCrochetLife. My name is Darya. I'm very happy to see you all today because today I have something special to share with you. I have a tutorial on how to crochet this really cute toy bear or amigurumi bear. I really like the way how he turned out. He is so nice and so cute. And this tutorial is in two parts. In the first part, we will crochet the head and everything that is on the head, the ears, this nose part. We'll install the safety eyes and we will make the eyebrows, nose, and the mouth. So all these would be in the first part. In the second part, we will make all the rest. So we will crochet the body, the legs, and the arms, and then I will show you how to join all details together. If you're gonna crochet the bear using this tutorial and you wanna post it in social medias, please give me a credit and use this hashtag so other people will know my channel and maybe they will use it too. I would be very, very happy and very appreciate that. All right, here you can see everything that you will need in order to complete the project of amigurumi bear. So first of all, you'll need the yarn. To be honest, you don't need to take two yarns, but I really want to try crocheting in two strands like this, and I want to be the bear a little bit hairy. So that's why I decided to hold together two yarns. But my main yarn is this one. It is brownish or grayish color. I really couldn't tell you exactly what color is it. And the yarn is Alpaca Tweed by Stylecraft Double Knitting. So you could take any double knitting yarn that you like. I really like the color of this one and I have a small amount in my leftovers, so I decided to take this one. This yarn is 20% of alpaca, 77% of premium acrylic yarn, and 3% of viscose. And in 100 grams ball, which was this one, but this one is smaller than 100 gram ball, we have 240 meters. So this is DK yarn. And manufacturer asked us to use 4mm needles or crochet hook, but we will use something smaller because we want our amigurumi be very, very strict with no additional holes. I don't want the crocheting to be too loose. So this is my main yarn. You could take any yarn that you want. You could take small, thinner yarn or thicker yarn, but I recommend you to take DK or worsted weight yarn. It's the best, I would say. And the second yarn that I'm gonna use is this one. It is Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk. I really like this this yarn. It's very, very good. It's a luxurious blend of brushed alpaca and mulberry silk. You know, it's very good. The color here is number 3. Unfortunately, I don't have the label from this particular color, so I don't know the color of this yarn. But it's gray or brown. And this brushed alpaca is color number 3, and this yarn is 77% of alpaca and 23% of silk, but it is extremely soft, so I think that would be very good for the toy. And this ball is 25 grams and it has 140 meters. Yep, so as I told you, I'm taking this yarn just for the reason that I want my bear be a little bit fluffy, and this hairy, and this alpaca yarn is brushed alpaca yarn is very, very hairy, which I really like. You will need small amount of very thin black yarn. I think this is, yeah, I'm sure it is Lana Gold. It's Turkish yarn. It is Lana Gold 800. So it is 800 meters in 100 grams. It is very thin yarn, so you can take any lacy weight yarn or sock yarn, but fingering would be the best. Yeah, I would say fingering weight yarn is the best. for that. But the main reason why I'm taking this is the color. So this is black, and I will use it for the nose and for the brows. Yeah, so I will make the nose and brows out of it. This is all information about the yarn. Also, you will need some safety eyes. I will use these type of safety eyes. I have them in 5 different sizes. I don't know exactly right now what kind of size I will use. It will all depend on the bear, on the bear's head size. But I will try them different sizes, and I will decide before I installing them. Yeah, so I have 5 different sizes here, and all of them are black. I also have another like kit of safety eyes, but unfortunately I don't think that they will fit because they are colored, and I don't think that I really like the colored version of these eyes. Yeah, and these eyes goes with it's like black pin, black eye, plus this plastic circle, which is somewhere else, not here right now. All right, this is talking about the eyes. And of course you will need some stuffing. This is the stuffing that I bought. This is like from the craft store. But to be honest, I have a small trick for you. So yeah, I will show you. One day I went to IKEA and I went to the as-is section, and I found really good deal. So this is a pillow that I bought for $250 Canadian, which is very cheap, and it's like extremely cheap. And it is a like normal, just usual pillow, exec, yeah. And then I cut it here, and now it's like a bag full of stuffing. And you see the stuffing is the same as so this one I bought from the craft store, and this is from the IKEA pillow. They're identical, and I would say this stuffing is really good for amigurumi toys. So if you have IKEA in your city, just go there and check as is section. Or even if you couldn't find anything in as is, you definitely could buy the cheapest IKEA pillow, which is around $2 or $3. So I think it's very good deal, much cheaper than buying this from the craft store. And of course you will need some scissors and the tapestry needle, and I think that's it. Yeah, maybe you don't need anything extra. Okay, let's start working on the bear. I'm taking 3mm crochet hook and 2 of my yarns hauled together. Then I need to make the slip knot. So I'm taking the yarn like this, take the short tail, wrap it around the long tail like this. Then insert 2 of my fingers, thumb and index finger of my right hand into this loop. Grab the working yarn, the long one, not the short one. Pull it through that loop and tighten the knot. After this, I can insert my crochet hook in this loop and adjust the size of the loop. All right, after that, I want you to make 2 chains, 1 and 2. Of course, you can work with amigurumi magical ring if you prefer this way, but I really like to work with just two chains. The first, yeah, I don't know if I told you, but we are gonna work with the hat. So we are starting with the hat. The first row of the hat, we need to make 6 single crochet, and all of them will go into the first chain. So I insert my hook straight into the first chain not from the hook but from the beginning, and I'm making single crochet there and 5 more. All of them will go to the same space. And you see, I hold this short tail, like this short tail. It helps me to hold the crocheting. Yeah, then we'll need the crochet marker. So try to choose the marker that you can open and close, something like this, not just a ring marker. So, and I want you to install the marker into the last single crochet in a row. So this is the end of row number 1. Now it is not a row, it is actually a round. So we will work in rounds. And I want you to, in order to start the second row, I want you to count backwards 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is how you find the first space where to insert your hook for the next row. In the second row, I want you to make 6 increases. One increase, it is make 2 single crochet in one space. So I'm making 1 single crochet, and the second one will go into the same space. And you need to repeat this to the end of this row, and at the end you will have 12 single crochet. So the marker will show you the last stitch in a row. So make sure that you make the last increase in the single crochet with marker. I finished my second row. Now I'm taking away the marker from the previous row and transfer that to the last single crochet that I just made. And if you're just the beginner, I really want you to count how many stitches you have in a row so you didn't miss anything. After this row, you need to have 12 single crochet. But we are moving to the third row. And here you need to make 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 1 increase, 2 single crochets in one space. And you need to repeat this to the end of this row. Like basically in one row you make 6 increases. So it would be 6 repeats of the pattern on this stage at least. And at the end of this row you will have 18 stitches. Make sure to count them. Row number 4, I take away the marker and put it into the last single crochet that I've just worked, and I'm ready for the row number 4. I want you to make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Each one goes into its own space, and then I want you to make 1 increase, 2 single crochet in the same space. And at the end of this round, you will have 24 stitches, 24 single crochet. Make sure to count your stitches. Row number 5, I'm taking away the marker as usual, put this into the last single crochet in my previous row, and I'm ready for the row number 5. Which is 3 single crochet. Each one goes into its own space. 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 increase. So 2 single crochet goes into the same space. Repeat this to the end of this row, to the marker. The last increase will go into the single crochet with marker, and at the end of this row you will have 30 stitches. Row number 6, move the marker to the last single crochet, then work 4 single crochet. Each one goes in its own space. And then make increase. Work like this to the end of this row, and at the end of this row you will have 36 single crochets. Make sure to count all of them. This is what you should have after the 6 rows, and I would like to show you how to count your rows if you forget how many you've already made. So usually it's very obvious. You can see the lines. So the first small circle is our first row. It's here. Then this one is the second one. So you should take one line, like radius of the circle, and count just on this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You see, I'm counting these lines. So that means I finished 6 rows. And now I have 36 stitches, 36 single crochet in a row, and I want you to continue having the same amount, so I don't want you to increase anymore, and work like this 4 more rounds. So rounds 7 to 10 included, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 rounds you need to work without any increases, and you need to have 36 stitches in every round. And don't forget to transfer the marker all the time at the beginning of the round and put it into the last stitch in a round. So that will show you where to start. And from time to time, I really want you to count the number of stitches. The ideal scenario, if you will count your stitches after each row, because you like suddenly couldn't increase or decrease your stitches. So in this case, that means that you need to remake just one row in order to follow my pattern exactly. So, okay, work like this 4 more rounds without any decreases or increases. All right, so now I have 10 rows and I finish my 4 rows without any increases. And this tail you could leave inside of the toy, and you don't need to hide it. Now we are moving to the row number 11. On this row, we will start making decreases. So I want you to crochet 4 single crochets, separate one, each one goes in its own space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then make 1 decrease. Now I'll show you how to make decrease. So you insert the hook into the next space, grab the working yarn, pull it through that space. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Then you don't finish the single crochet. You insert your hook into the next space, grab the working yarn, pull it through that space, and you have 3 loops on the hook. And after that, I want you to grab the working yarn and pull it through the all loops, and you decreased. Instead of 2 spaces, now you have just 1. So you make 4 single crochet, 1 decrease. Work like this to the end of this row, and at the end you will have 30 stitches. And the last decrease, so the last part of the decrease will go into the single crochet with the marker. All right, now I have 30 stitches, 30 single crochets in a round. I transferred the marker to the last single crochet. Next 2 rounds, 12 and 13, I want you to work without any decreases. So you need to have 30 stitches in each row. work like this for 2 more rows. The row number 14 would be the decrease row. So I'm making 3 single crochet. Each one goes on its own space. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm making a decrease. And I need to work like this to the end of this round. The last decrease will go to this space with the marker. And at the end of this round, I'm supposed to have 24 stitches. Make sure to count your stitches after each decrease row. Row number 15, you need to work without any increases or decreases, and you need to have 24 single crochet in this row. Next, row 16 would be decrease row. So you are making 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and then 1 decrease. And you need to repeat this to the end of this row, and at the end of this row you will have 18 stitches. Row number 17 would be decrease row as well, so you're making 1 single crochet and then make 1 decrease. And repeat this to the end of this row, and at the end of this row you will have 12 stitches. Alright, this is what you should have after making 17 rows. We need to make 1 more row and then we will close this haul. But before doing that, I want you to install safety eyes. I decided to take these eyes. The size of my eyes are 8 millimeters in diameter. Yeah, so you could try any eye size that you want. So that's why it's better to have several sizes. And I'm counting 1, so let's count the rows together, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows from the top. So, and I will install the safety eye between 5 and 6 rows. So try to find any spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's good. And then it's all up to you as usual. So how wide you would like your eyes to be, something like that. Yeah, maybe this one is okay, or maybe a little bit closer. Yeah, maybe this one is better. So you need to try different times. And the second important part on how to install the safety eyes is so basically what you need to do, you need to take this plastic plastic ball, oops, and yeah, let me show you on the different eye. So you need to take this pin and the ring like this. So open wide side goes to the pin like this. And I don't want you to push this plastic ring very, very far, because there should be, it could be a little bit hard, but it should be some space here between the eye and the ring for the fabric, because if you push this ring too far, it would be not so beautiful. But you need to make sure that you push it at least maybe like this. So 2, you see we have ridges here, at least 2 of them should be on this side. And working with these safety pins, undo this is very hard. So that's why be careful. If you're happy with the position of the eyes, just take this plastic ring, go inside like this, and install it like this. but don't push too much, just one. Yeah, and look if it's okay. So maybe you should stop here. And I need to make the same thing with the second one. Yeah, and after that I want you to take the stuffing and take in small portions like this. That's enough. This amount is good. Insert them like portion by portion, one by one. Insert the stuffing inside of the head. And when you have some amount of stuffing inside, make sure that you spread them evenly. And on this stage you could create the shape of the head that you really like. So you need, it's like sculpture, you need to change it all the time. And the shape of this particular bear's head is, it's a little bit wider here at the bottom, and on the top we will have ears here on the top. It's a little bit for me it's like pear shape or like onion, I don't know if it makes sense. So try to create this shape. And don't put too much stuffing, because otherwise it will be a very not so plushy, not so soft. But too less is not good as well. So the main trick is to find the right amount of stuffing. Yeah, I think that's enough. So all the lines are clear, are very like straight, good curves. This is what you need to have after installing your stuffing. And don't put too much here at the top, because we are almost finishing. We need to make just one more row. The last row is row number 18, and in row number 18 you make 6 decreases, and at the end of this row you will have 6 single crochets. So in every next 2 stitches you are making a decrease. Continue work like this to the end of this row. All right, we finished crocheted part of the hat. Now you can take away the marker, then take the scissors and cut the tail about 30 centimeters long. Then make this loop, the last loop, a little bit bigger, so you could insert your fingers there and grab the tail, pull it through that loop, and tighten that loop like this. After that, I want you to take the tapestry needle. All right, now I have my tapestry needle and a small ring here that I need to close. So it is very obvious. I can see my last single crochets, like the chain here. So I'm making a stitch like this, so towards me on every next chain, on every next space like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 would be the last one. And then I need just to pull a little bit, and this is how you close this hole. After that, we need to secure this tail, and I'm showing you like here how to do that, and the same way you will secure the tail everywhere in this project. So you need to find any loop that is very close to the working yarn. So probably this one is good, like this. Then I'm make a stitch, but don't pull to the end. So you need to leave a loop like this. Then insert your tapestry needle into that loop, and after that you could tighten that. So that will create a small knot here. So that will secure the tail. After that, I insert the needle somewhere very close to the tail, and it will come out on any space. It really doesn't matter. Make sure not to destroy the shape of the head. Then take the scissors and cut very close to the fabric, and again make sure not to cut the fabric. Yeah, and here is the finished first detail that you need to have. After that, we will make 2 ears and a face that will install to the head as well. All right, let's make the face or the nose. I don't know how to name this. So we start the same way with making a slip knot, absolutely the same as we did for the head. And as usual, the same way, I want you to make 2 chains, and I want you to make 6 single crochet into the first chain, and that would be the first round. Then take the marker and put it into the last single crochet. Count backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Find the first single crochet, and starting from this like space, you need to make 6 increases. So after this row, you will have 12 single crochet. So you'll make 6 increases in total. Row number 3, take away the marker, put it into the last single crochet. So in the row number 3, we start with 1 single crochet, then make 1 increase, so 2 single crochet will go into the same space, and work like this to the end of the row. And at the end of this row, you need to have 18 single crochets. We are ready to start making row number 4. Transfer the marker, and you need to make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, each one goes into its own space. Then make 1 increase, 2 single crochets go into the same space, and repeat these one more time. So make 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet, and then make 1 increase. Then I want you to make 6 single crochets. Each one goes into its own space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then make 1 increase, 2 single crochets, one increase, and 2 single crochets at the end of this row. Take the marker, put it into the last single crochet in a row, and we need to make one more row. So at the end of this last row you need to have 22 stitches. So right now I want you to work without any decreases, any increases, and make 22 single crochets. And I hope you can see that we've created the oval shape. It's not so obvious. It's like very, very light oval, I would say. But these parts are longer than these parts. So, and because that's important, because the way how you will attach this detail to the face, to the head, is very important. So now I want you to work the last row without any increases and make 22 stitches. So I finished the last row, and as you can see, it's definitely an oval, and you need to have this shape. So take away the marker. Then in order to finish this detail, insert your hook into the next space, grab the working yarn and pull it through the loop, so you are making the slip stitch. And you need to tighten that. That will create very, very beautiful smooth edge here. After that, I want you to measure the tail about like 30 centimeters, maybe 40 or even 50. Cut the tail, and as usual I want you to take the working yarn and pull it through that loop, remaining loop, tighten that, and you will use this yarn for attaching the face to the head. If this tail is too long, you just take the scissors and make it a little bit shorter, so that will be easy for you to hide it there. We will use small amount of stuffing, because this one is definitely 3D shaped, but not at the beginning, not from the beginning of our work. All right, so let's attach this detail to the head like this. So the main rule is to take the oval, and the long parts of the oval will go very close to the eyes, so they will be parallel with the eyes, not like this. No, I want you to lay it like this. And here, straight under the eyes, you need to have a straight line of this detail. And take the tapestry needle, I already have it, and we will start. So I don't have any stuffing inside right now. I just put this detail very close to the head, just to see if it looks right. For me, that looks right. And make sure that you start attaching, make your seam from the bottom. So these the side with the working yarn is on the bottom. If you are not sure, if you think that you can move this part, so just take safety pins or just any other pins and pin this detail to the head, so that will be easier for you. All right, so how to attach it? We make one stitch at the head, and then here we have at the edge very obvious chain, like braid. So I insert, the first time I insert it like this, so the needle goes from the head to the face, pull it through. And the second time I go backwards, so from the into the next space, into the next chain, from the face towards the head. And I always check if the position of the detail is right after each stitch, to be honest. Then I find the right space on the head and make a stitch here. So the same way you need to work almost to the end of this detail, and at the end we will insert some stuffing. And when you will have the small hole at the end, just take the stuffing, and small portions is always the best. Try to insert the stuffing inside. Yeah, to be honest, I think that amount is good. And then you could continue the seam. Yeah, when you finish all around, so it's time to make the last security knot the same way as you did with the head. So don't pull to the end, leave a loop, insert your needle into that loop, and then tighten that. And then insert the needle very close to the place where your working yarn coming around, straight through the whole detail of the head, straight through the whole head. Yeah, and then you can cut it very close to the head itself. If there would be small amount, the small tail popping up, you just take the crochet hook and with the opposite side, not the hook side, but the opposite one, try to push it back, push it inside of the head. So at this point, here is what you should have. You should have the head, two safety eyes, and the face. And we are moving to the ears. This is very simple details. You need to make two ears, obviously. We start the same way as usual by making a slip knot. And then I want you to make 2 chains. Then make 6 single crochet into the first chain. And that would be our first row. At the end of this row, you need to have 6 single crochets, obviously. It would be better if you could install the marker again into the last single crochet, and basically we need to repeat the circle. So I'm counting backwards: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is the place where I'm making my first increase, because on the second row I am making 6 increases. On top of each single crochet from the previous row, I am making an increase, and at the end of this row I will have 12 single crochets. Row number 3, transfer the marker in the last single crochet, and then make 1 single crochet, then 1 increase. Work like this to the end of this row, and at the end of this row you will have 18 single crochets. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. And the last row, number 4, would be working without any increases or decreases. You need to have 18 stitches in this last row. Then take away the marker and make slip stitch into the next space. And then leave a tail about 30 centimeters. Pull it through that remaining loop. And if this inside tail is too long, just cut it a little bit. Then take the tapestry needle and fold this detail, which is basically like a ball shape. I want you to fold it like this in half. And then we need to make a seam here, so we will attach 2 layers together. This is very simple. The first time I'm moving the needle from my side to the back, and then next time insert the needle into the next chains towards me. The third time opposite direction, and make sure that you are not tightened too much. You just need to attach those 2 layers together. Yeah, I think that's enough. Then we will fold this detail like this and attach it to the bear head like this. But before doing that, you need to create the second ear. So you could put 2 of them together and see where would you like to the ears to be, because there are several places where you can install them. You see, if you put them too low, that will look like a monkey. Too high, like, I don't know, the mouse or somebody else. So you need to find the right position. Let me make one more ear and then I will show you where to put the ears. All right, so I have 2 ears details, and now I can try them on the bear's head. Yeah, I don't know, it's very hard to hold them. So if you're not sure, as usual, use pins, so that would be easier for you. Yeah, I think that position is correct. So what I like about the bears, so here on top, if you look straight on the face, it should be a straight line here. So the ears and then the head top should create a straight line like this. And then ears should be centered. If you look from this side, they should be centered. And if you look from this side, from the top, it should be centered. So, okay, let's start with the first one. Yeah, I think this position is good. The same way as we attached this detail, we are gonna attach the ears. So I made just 1 stitch on the head, and then I go through the whole ear like this. And always check the position of your detail. Then go make 1 stitch on the head. The best part of this is that if you don't like the result, you always can change it. So you always can remake it. That's why don't cut the yarn before you 100% like the result. Yeah, I think this looks good. But as I told you, don't make the security knot and don't cut this tail before attaching the second ear, because probably you'll need to make several changes. That's why it is very important not to cut the yarn that you attached the detail. This rule would be the same for attaching any other paired details like legs or arms. Yeah, with the second ear, the main trick is to make, look, the second ear the same as the first one. So try to find, like, try to look from different angles on the head and attach the second one. I don't think that I need to show that, because who knows, maybe I will remake it. Hopefully not, but who knows. Yeah, I think that position is not right. It should be somewhere closer, like this. I think that these ear position is okay. So that's why I can finish by making my secure knot. And pulling the yarn, pulling the needle through the face like this. And you need to repeat the same for the second tail. So here is what you should have at this point. And now I don't like the shape of this part of the face. I want it to be more like this. So on top, more straight here. And anyway, this is the time for us to take the black thin yarn, and we will create a nose, a mouth, and a brows. So first of all, let's start with making a nose. So I insert my needle at the center of this rounded oval detail, and so I insert it at the center, and it should goes up straight. It's very hard to see through the camera. Straight here. Maybe no, maybe that's not. It should be goes straight in the middle of two eyes. If you look, yeah, I think that's okay. and pull that yarn, but not to the end. I don't have any knots, so leave this amount of tail, that's good. And then I want you to make the same stitch, I don't know how many times, but several more times, a lot of more times. So I insert into the center and take it from the other side. Make sure that you hold, maybe hold this short tail like this to secure it, and tighten that a little bit and make millions of stitches again, the same stitches. And as you can see, right now I'm creating the shape of these details. So this is how I want it to look. This one is more flat and this one is more flat as well here. And when I make new stitch, make sure that firstly it will go to this side, and second time it will go on the other side. Keep making the stitch more and more time. Now I think the nose of the bear looks good, so we are ready to make the mouth. So don't take this tail. Make one last stitch, so insert it into this center, and then go straight down, maybe to these like three rows. Let me check if it's straight down. No, it is not. Yes, I think that should be okay. Go straight down. And then make a couple of stitches, so go back to the center and insert the needle from the same point at the bottom here. If your yarn is too thin, you could make several stitches here, but for now I think that's okay. Maybe later I will add one more stitch. Then I want to create a smile. So I insert the needle a little bit like a little bit upper on the right, then go back to the same spot. Always check if you like the position of your stitch, because if not, you could remake it. And you need to make the same one on the other side, which would be here. Oh, that's not okay. So how to remake it? I'm just taking away the needle and I'm pulling the yarn, and I need to remake the last stitch because I want everything be beautiful. So maybe that was on this. Yeah, maybe that's okay. All right, anyway, so after that, the last thing that we need to do is, yeah, maybe I will add one more line here. Just go back to the center, and I need to take away my needle on top of the eyes. And then I need to make the eyebrows. Probably will need several attempts to do that, so I will do like this. Yeah, maybe the second brow is too low. I need to remake it. Maybe I will remake the first one as well. All right, after several attempts, I think I like the way how the eyebrows look. So, and right now I'm moving the working yarn here at the bottom of the head. Because here we will have the body, so if we'll have any knots with different like black color yarn, that's okay. And I am making my security knot here and insert the working yarn again as usual through the the tapestry needle through the whole head, cut the tail, and for this short tail, how to hide it, I'm taking 2.1 millimeter hook, so you could use any small hook that you have. It's just easier to work with the smaller hook, but of course you can take the hook that you crocheted with as well. Yeah, and I insert the hook somewhere, it doesn't matter where, but I decided to do it from this on this side, and it should pop up next to the tail. I'm wrapping around the tail like this, and then try to pull down the hook. Probably I will need several attempts to do that, because everything is too tight here. Yeah, right now I think that's okay. All right, and this is how you make the face of the bear. That's it that I wanted to show you in this video. Stay tuned for the part 2, where we'll crochet the body and the legs and the arms of the bear, and we assemble everything together. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. Please like and share this video if it was useful for you, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you will receive notifications about all of my new videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.